Hi, welcome back to Masechet Ta'anit Daf Bet Amud Bet. We were just finishing up a section in class about the opinion of Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda is presented in the Mishnah about until when you ask for rain versus Rabbi Yehuda in the Breita about until when you ask for rain. Two different opinions, and we were looking for a resolution to the contradiction. Ultimately, it seemed we wound up with the answer of Ula, who says, Trei Tanaya libet Rabbi Yehuda, that there are two Tanaim reflecting two different understandings of what they think Rabbi Yehuda said. Going on in the Gemara, Amar Rabbi Asi, Amar Rabbi Yochanan, Halacha Rabbi Yehuda. So according to Rabbi Asi, Rabbi Yochanan thinks that the halacha is like Rabbi Yehuda. Amar Rabbi Zera, Rabbi Asi. Rabbi Zera says to him, Umi Amar Rabbi Yochanan Hachi. Does Rabbi Yochanan really say this? The Hatnan, didn't we learn in the Mishnah? Bishal Shabbat Mar Cheshvan Shalinu Hakshamim. Rabban Gamliel Omer B'Shivabo. One opinion is that we ask for a rain starting the third day of Mar Cheshvan, and Rabban Gamliel says, no, it's on the seventh day of Mar Cheshvan. The Amar Rabbi Elazar, Halacha Rabban Gamliel. And Rabbi Elazar said that the halacha is like Rabban Gamliel. So it's questionable why this is brought as a contradiction. It doesn't seem like an outward contradiction because it doesn't mention Rabbi Yochanan. But the assumption seems to be that since Rabbi Yochanan was Rabbi Elazar's teacher, maybe they would have to have the same position, and this doesn't match with Rabbi Yehuda's position, which is how Rabbi Yochanan paskined. Rabbi Asi says back to him, Amar le, Gavra karamit. Literally, are you throwing one person against another? Meaning, you call this a contradiction? One person thinks one thing, one person thinks another thing. We don't have a contradiction here. Ibayid ema, or if you want to, I could say, meaning here's an alternative solution if you really do think there is a contradiction there. Lo kasha. Kan lishol, kan lahaskir. It's not a problem because one is talking about asking and one is talking about mentioning. In other words, when Rabbi Elazar is speaking about it, he speaks about asking, and Rabbi Yochanan is just talking about mentioning. But now the Gemara contradicts this, has a problem with this. V'ha'amar Rabbi Yochanan, but didn't Rabbi Yochanan say, b'makom sheshoel maskir? At a time or in a place where you ask, you mention. Doesn't he say those two things go together? How lahafsaka itbar? Now the Gemara says it's not a problem because that's only about stopping. This is said in a case of stopping, but maybe Rabbi Yochanan says that when you start, you can start doing one without the other, but you have to stop them both at the same time. V'ha'amar Rabbi Yochanan. But now another challenge to that idea. Didn't Rabbi Yochanan say, Hichila haskir, machil lishol? When you start mentioning, you start asking. Pasak milishol, pasak milhaskir. And when you stop asking, you stop mentioning. So that seems like it's a problem. We can't accept that answer of kan lishol, kan lahaskir. Ella lo kasha. Rather, it's not a problem. Halan, halahu. This is for us and this is for them. Meaning one ruling applies to us in Bavel. We keep praying for rain longer. And the other applies to Eretz Yisrael. Maishna ladidan, di'itlan pere bedavra, ladidhu nami itlahu oli regalim. What's the difference for us? Meaning, why actually are we different from Eretz Yisrael? Di'itlan pere bedavra. We have fruit in the field, meaning that's why you might think we don't want rain right after Sukkot because we still have fruit in the field at that time. Ladidhu nami itlahu oli regalim. But they have the Ole Regal. They have the people who went to Yerushalayim and are now traveling back. So neither of us really want rain right afterwards. Both of us could benefit from a little bit of a wait. Kika Amar Rabbi Yochanan. So the response is, when Rabbi Yochanan said this, Bisman she'ein Beit HaMikdash kayam. That was in a time when there was no Beit HaMikdash. Meaning, so Bavel still had the issue of fruit in the field, but Eretz Yisrael didn't have the problem of the Ole Regal. Hashta ta'atit lahachi. Literally, now that we have arrived at this point, ata, like to come or to arrive. So now that we've come to this point, havaha ladihu. We can actually say that both Rabbi Yochanan and Rabbi Elazar apply to us. V'lo kasha. Sorry, ladihu is to them. Both apply to Eretz Yisrael. Kan bizman shebeit hamikdash kayam. Kan bizman she'et beit hamikdash kayam. And one is when there is a Beit HaMikdash, and one is when there is not. Okay, we'll stop here.